I say we grab one of these love signs from the Dollar Tree and give it a little Hammond's Nest makeover. So let's get started. First, I knew that I wanted to get rid of the green floral wreath that came on it. Came off pretty easy with a little scraper, but there was a lot of glue residue left behind. So I scraped that off as well. I also sanded with my Gator sander, just gave it a little scuff sand and then came along the edges. I'm going to end up sanding some more later on in the video and I'll explain to you why I did that. And as I continue to tell you more about this project, if you're interested in a detailed supply list with lots of resources and step-by-step instructions, you can head to my blog at hammondsnest.com. I do have this one up on the blog as well as a lot of other Valentine's Day inspiration, but you'll see towards the end how neutral this one looks. I think it's perfect for all year round. So anyway, next step, as you can see, I applied some antique wax over there, wiped back the excess. I'm going to set that to the side to dry. Then this little package of hearts from Hobby Lobby. They come in two different sizes in the package, and I just grabbed one of each size. So this one that I'm painting black right now is actually going to be used for decoupage. We're going to set that to the side, and I'll explain why I painted it black. And this bigger heart that's going to be glued down first onto the sign, I'm just using some of the same antiquing wax to give it a stain look. So I'm wiping that on and wiping back the excess. Now I will take a little bit of the same black paint I painted the little heart, and I will just do kind of some distressing, adds more depth and character around the edge of that heart. You could achieve the same effect with a lot of other products like distressing inks and such. So we'll go ahead and hot glue this heart here, but here's where that more distressing comes in. So once I laid down that heart where I was going to glue it, I noticed one of the little marks from where the wreath was. So whoever manufactured this and made that put little like black dashes where the wreath was supposed to be glued down, and that was showing at the top. So I went ahead and distressed that. Then that created a spot, and then I needed to find some balance with the piece. So I ended up adding just a few distressed spots, and actually I ended up liking it a lot more. It gave it a ton more character. So I went ahead and did that. That's what you see me doing here, and I'm just trying to kind of find balance with that of where I'm putting those little distressed spots. Now I'm feeling good. I can go ahead and glue this heart down because it's covering up all the other black dashes, and then we can also set that to the side. Now it's time to pull back out the little black heart. And what I did, I'm decoupaging this vintage hymnal. Now, these are just pieces of hymnals. Actually, a friend and follower gifted a bunch of these to me to craft with because they were just parts of old hymnals and hymnal sheets. I wanted to make this project faith-based, so I chose the For God So Loved the World. I wanted to tell you part of my creative process. I originally was just going to stamp John 3:16 onto the heart, and then this hymnal came to mind, and I searched through them, and there you go. I had a God So Loved the World, so it was perfect. So I just decoupaged and traced that heart onto there. And because there was black font and wording on the other side of what I was decoupaging, I needed to actually paint that heart black. That was the whole reason, so that those words wouldn't show through once I decoupaged. It was a little too white for the distressing and the kind of vintage age look that the project had going for it. So I took some of the same antiquing wax once I Mod Podge sealed, and I gave it a little more character along with the black edges. So now it's looking really good after I glued it down. And I'm going to make a quick little Osnaburg fabric bow. Now, I wanted to have a certain look instead of just tying it on there, so I used this little bow maker. This is another one of those things when I say I have a detailed supply list over my blog at hammondsnest.com. I give you resources for these things that I have in case you're interested. And so I stapled on some greenberry sprigs and then that bow. And my goodness, it is amazing. I love it even more than I thought I would. And though the steps are simple, I believe the transformation is quite incredible. What do you think? Well, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.